Alrighty, it's live.
Hi everyone, welcome to an Embroidery Machines USA stream. And today we want to show you something completely new, you've never seen before. We want to introduce the Embroidery Machines USA, the Aries ULTRA machine. So we wanted to take a moment and first take a quick overview of the machine. So take a look at the features. This is the new Aries ULTRA. One of the biggest things about this machine is the panel. And it also has some other features like digital presser feed that'll make embroidery just way easier. So the Aries ULTRA, this is the first time ever here in the US. So this is a complete industrial machine that'll do shirts, it'll do hoodies, it'll do 3D caps. One of the things that people always struggle with is when it's starting with embroidery, is just figuring out digitizing. So the panel on the Aries ULTRA is the only panel that not only does the auto digitizing via sophisticated software, but also allows you to fine touch those designs that you import straight through the panel itself. And basically it'll be able to do a quick 1, 2, 3 setup for you to start using the machine with just a JPEG or a BMP file for the machine. So let's go through some of the features of the machine. So the machine has a very wide 22 by 15 max embroidery hoop. So that'll fit the largest embroidery designs. It ships with a border table. This is a 12 needle machine. The ones that we will be having for sale during the next couple of weeks will be 15 needle machines, and they have a 10-year warranty on the motors. One of the things that I do want to point out is because of the strength of the motor, the machine is able to do up to 9mm 3D puff. And this means like the really high density puff. You could pass me one of those caps, please? So I want to show you more or less the type of designs that you could do with this machine. And this is a fantastic 3D cap machine. It has a very wide field, but most importantly, it does have that big servo motor, so you could tackle the toughest embroidery jobs out there. So there is nothing like it in the US market as of today. Auto digitizing. Let's go and let me show you the panel. So the panel is one of the things that we've worked a lot with, and we've working in collaboration with SimSim. So this is the Aries panel powered by SimSim. And today we're going to show you how to really easily load a JPEG or a BMP file and start basically digitizing on the fly straight through the panel in just a couple of minutes. So what we do is we select picture embroidery. So this is great if you want to do 1, 2, 3 color logos, pocket size logos, business logos, and you want to do it on the fly. So the machine will prompt you to select a file. So in this case, we have a couple of files already selected. We want to import these. So it already gives us a preview, right? So this is a digital preview. Basically, this is a preview for us to do the pixels. So once we start delving deeper, it'll also allow us to change the parameters for the satin stitch or the fill stitch, which are the two most common stitch types for all embroidery, right? So depending on the design itself, the machine will reinterpret and choose accordingly if it's going to do a tatami or if it's going to do a satin stitch. So once we have those parameters selected, and here I set it to 0.3mm for both tatami and satin, and then we are going to resize the design, and we're going to make it an 85mm design, which is roughly about 3.5 inches. Once we have it dialed in, now we can say to the machine, hey, now it's time for you to actually do the stitches, which is what it did right now. Now it converted, we save this file to the memory of the machine, we give it a name, and now we have a new digitizing file to work with our embroidery machine. Now, let's actually go and stitch to start stitching, and while we look at some of the other features for the embroidery machine. So while we do that, Carlos will also put down a cap, and we'll start also showing you the BF 1501. So let's go back to the panel here on the Aries and the Aries by Simpson. And I'm going to show you how we go through the steps of selecting a design, selecting a hoop. Let's go through the first, selecting the auto-digitized design. Now it's prompting us for the color selection. In this case, we're going to use needle number 3 and needle number 1. One of the other features that we're going to take a look at is the digital presser foot options. So this is very important, and it's another one of the features that I would really like to point out that is very useful, easy to use. There's no manual calibration required because it's all digital now. And before we start with the embroidery, I want to show you how this works. So I want to show you physically on the machine. We're going to move the needle. We're going to set it down. Right now, it is at 0 millimeters, which means it has an offset of 1 millimeter by default. So what I'm going to do right now is we are going to click on 4 millimeters, and you'll see the digital presser foot, how it raises on the fly. Go ahead. So you see the presser foot very easily adjusts itself to 4 millimeters. We're going to roll it back to 0 millimeters. So you would use this feature if you are using 3D puff. You know, there's different types of 2 millimeter, 3 millimeter, 4 millimeter puff. We've used this machine up to 9 millimeters, and it does a really, really great job. So now we have those parameters set. Let's go back to the panel itself, and let's just go back a couple of steps. We have the design set up. We already selected the colors. We already, what we're going to do right now is we are going to select our embroidery frame. So let's select our embroidery frame. It'll move. This will give us a nice large area. As you can see, the Aries embroidery machines, all of our Aries embroidery machines, they use the Mighty Hoops as well. So you could swap if you already have or own Mighty Hoops or are thinking of purchasing Mighty Hoops. All the Aries embroidery machines are compatible with Mighty Hoops, which you can also get at the Embroidery Machines USA store. So once we have it dialed in, we're going to do a trace function. It'll give us the outline of the design where the machine will be stitching. Once we have that ready, it's basically ready for us to start working with our machine. So please go ahead and help us with the to start the machine. Go ahead. So the machine is a really, really fast machine. It runs up to 1,200 stitches per minute. So it depends on the stitch width, right? So what we are going to basically see right now is how easy it is. If you could see the panel, to just track your progress for the embroidery machine. And while we let the machine work, we're going to hop onto the BF1501, and we are going to show you the strength of the servo motors so you could see how that machine stitches on 3 millimeter high density puff. So Daniel will help us set the puff. We already have a base stitch already on the cap itself. And right now we will use a couple of pieces of embroidery foam, which we also sell on the Embroidery Machines USA.com at the shop. You can select different colors, you can select different densities, you can select different thickness. So all of our machines, they include showroom training. If you're in Texas, if you're at any other state, we also have the option to do on-site training, where we can actually send a technician to your location and actually do the training at your home or your shop. Please, let's start with the BF1501. And another thing that I do want to point out is that the new Aries ULTRA has a 10-year warranty on the motors, and it has a 2-year warranty on all electronic boards, mechanical components. The BF1501 has a 5-year warranty. This is our Embroidery Machines USA factory direct warranty, and basically it handles anything that has to do with electronic components, mechanical components, but the servo motors do have that 5-year warranty for all of our models. So we're ready to go ahead and start the cap embroidery. Carlos will help us with the setup.
Hello guys, hopefully you can hear me. I'm Carlos. We have the compact Aries machine. This is one of the smallest machines, commercial machines in the market, with no restrictions. So that means that you can do 3D puff, you can do small lettering. As you can see, hopefully you can see it on the video. This is at 3 millimeters, really rigid 3D puff. We already did the base while he was, Francisco was doing the setup on the Autodigitizing. And then we're going to run it, and then we're going to show you what comes included with this machine. People that want to start on the embroidery business, they can start with a compact machine. As you can see, the machine can easily go through 3D puff. We have actually we did it on this machine. You can see the 3D puff, how beautiful it looks. Now if you want to get some more raised, like Francisco said, 6 millimeters or more, then we have the Aries ULTRA, which is the larger model, and that one comes with a digital presser foot that you can go higher on the 3D puff with ease. Now we're going to show you what also comes with the machine. This one has a generous sewing area. Dania, if you can show them the hoops. You also get those hoops.
So that is a 14 by 8 max hoop frame, and that'll be large enough to do hoodies, it'll do jackets, and if you can hold it up to the camera so that people can see how large it is, really.
Yeah, you get all the smaller hoops. Yeah, 5 sizes, and that's the one. Yeah, 2 of each size with the machine. Yeah.
The machine comes fully equipped. It has a toolbox as well. And then you get a little small box with threads and just everything to get you started.
So one of the things that people, because these machines are spec for the US market, we do equip them with larger motors. And that's why they could do 3D cap really easily. And one of the things that I do want to point out is the cap field, for example, on the VF1501 is 10.5 ear to ear, and you get a 3-inch tall field on caps. And I mean, that'll fit like 99.9 of any embroidery design. That's not something super freaky, but it'll cover any embroidery job out there when it comes to 3D caps. The motors, these are our own spec, and like I said, one of the things that people ask about, if you're interested in financing, if you're interested in doing any type of payment plans, we do have those options available for people who are starting out. You want to do low payments? Look, we have plans starting at $125 monthly. So I think it's a really good offer for a full industrial machine, especially if you live in the West Coast, you live in Texas, and you want to get a strong machine to start out or expand your embroidery business or your printing business. Any of these machines would do the job, really. And right now, I think it would be a good time to go back to the Ultra. So the machine is now halfway, and it's starting with it's still finishing the initial part of the first color, and it knows that it was a 2-color design. It digitized for such, and it does a wonderful job. It makes it super easy. For people who are not really, let's say, that knowledgeable yet about embroidery fundamentals, it is a good starting point because it does make it so that you could, any day, you don't have to wait for digitizing, and you could pump out a quick logo or a quick test, and you could give your customers just a quick sample for the type of embroidery job that they need, right? So one of the features that I do want to basically show you right now is another a panel feature, which is that you can use the machine and use the panel with the and add lettering while the machine is stitching. There is no other embroidery machine that could do this. So the way we combine this, for example, let's take the Embroidery Machines USA logo, and we're going to first let's do some lettering first. So when it comes to lettering,
We have a question also
yeah.
from somebody. They want to know prices. So we do have financing prices, and we do have specials also for people that don't need financing. But this one, it's around 5,000. This one's going to be around 10,000, but we will have specials on this machine. This machine, auto-digitizing, digital press for foot. It has a small sewing arm. We'll show you all the features, and we'll give you all the promotions that we'll have on the on both machines. This
Yes,
one's finished. Also.
If let's take a look at the cap. So
Yeah.
you want to take it out so we can show it
Yeah, go ahead
close
and
to the
take it out.
camera. So while Dania brings the cap, I'm gonna keep on working with some of the lettering here.
Yeah. So to answer another question, does it digitize all the designs from the panel? So you can import JPEGs, BMP files, and PNG files. So you can literally download a picture from the internet, let's say, upload it to the machine, and within a few clicks of the panel, the machine will digitize it for you. Now, the recommendation from the factory is that it works best with 3 color designs, or you can even do 4. But if you have something more complex, of course, you would need to send it to a digitizer. The automatic digitizing has its limitations, of course, but it's really a good starting point for something if you want to just know the number of stitches, for example. You just want to quote a customer or just want to do a sample for them. This is a good way for them to, get the approval for the order, right? So very advanced. You don't have to wait a day or so, or maybe more, for the digitizer to send you the design back. You can do it within a minute from the panel.
So now we're going to, for example, people who want to do uniforms, right? We have the Embroidery Machines USA logo, and we just did some quick lettering, and now we are going to combine both designs, and we are going to rearrange them and create our own composite embroidery design within the machine without the need for or use of digitizing software. So let's save this new design. We wrote down the wording for our lead. We combined it with the Embroidery Machines USA logo. So create a new design. Yes, let's create a new design. We give it a name or a number in this case. And now we have our new composite logo. And we're doing all this while the machine is still running, which is one of the biggest features of the machine, that you don't stop. So this zero downtime production is really, really useful to just get more names done, to get more work done. And there is nothing that the machine can't stitch through. You could do leather, you could do denim, you could do jackets, you could do thick hoodies. There are many, many types of embroidery applications that you'll be able to work with your Simpson or Aries embroidery machine. So all of these machines, as I mentioned initially, these are spec'd specifically for the US market. These are spec'd with larger motors. These are spec'd with more durable components. And obviously we have the collaboration, which makes it so that the touch panel is by far the most advanced touch panel in the industry right now. There is nothing like it in the market as of right now. People who are interested in pre-purchasing or doing pre-purchasing the Aries Ultra, these machines start shipping in September. So we're only a couple of weeks away. We're taking orders, and look, people want to know price. If people who order and the machines before the August 31st deadline, they can purchase the Ultra for $10,000, which is the introductory price, which is original $13,000. So you get a $3,000 discount for people who want to pre-purchase the machine today, and you only have to wait a couple of weeks. If you're in California, you're welcome to come and pick it up here at the showroom. We're more than happy to also provide training for you. We want to invite people to please drop by, because we're open to the public 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, in the Seat of Cypress. And if you haven't been to the showroom yet, please drop by. We have tons of stuff to show you. We have tons of models. So let's take a look at something else that I want to show you, which is the arm. The machine is working right now, but let's take a look at the slim arm on the Aries Deluxe, which is another one of our full-size embroidery machines. So this is the arm, which is very slim for the Aries Deluxe. So that arm is very, very, very narrow. So that means that you can go into a narrower garments, you can go into pockets, you can go into sleeves. So that feature is also available on the Aries Ultra. And that's very important to have. People ask about narrow arms. The industry's been moving towards narrow arms for more than 5 years now. And the Aries Ultra has one of the slimmest arms out there. So you'll be able to just offer more services outright.
Yeah, if you do a lot of baby items or sleeve pockets, narrow bags, for example, then you can use that small arm, and you are able to. We have special hoops, specialty hoops, or you can use the mighty hoops where you can do those projects. So now you don't have to turn those away.
So what are the differences between the Aries Ultra and the BF or the Deluxe? So it's mostly going to come down to embroidery field size. And Danya over there has a large sash frame that she's going to show us. So obviously that's a work of art. So that is the, in millimeters, the 600 by 400, which is the sash frame for the Aries Deluxe and the Aries Ultra embroidery machine. So they're very large frames. People who want to do multiple patches, people who want to do a variety of mainly patches. That's what people would use these for. They do have that option because the Ultra and the Deluxe, they also ship with the border table, which is where that sash frame sits on. So you could do more services. You could offer more types of embroidery.
So our largest machines include this border sash that you can, like Francisco said, you can do patches, you can do car mats, you can do dresses. So if you have a need for large embroidery, in this case we have a portrait. We're going to show you the final product right here. This is from the machine.
Autodigitized.
The Autodigitizing.
Let's bring it in closer, I think.
And then if we want to go to the cap also, the 3D cap, we also that one finished. We do. I'll bring it to you.
Yeah, give me that one.
Yeah,
I'll
bring it to you. And then we can show you the Autodigitize. This is the 3D. Look, guys, how sharp that is. The
Very
machines,
easy.
yeah, both machines have servo motors, so they're very, very accurate. They can do 3D. They can do small letter. Maybe we can do small letters if people want to do. We're gonna go to the live. I know they had a couple more questions on the live.
So people who want to have questions regarding what are the features on the panels, and the differences between the machines. So the panels are similar. The biggest difference is that the Aries by Simpson powered machine does have the auto-digitizing features, and it does have the digital pressure foot versus the BF 1501, which also includes lettering. It's also easy to use. They're just different panels overall. In the end, they're very similar, but the Ultra does have the bonus features or the more advanced features to just make it a little bit easier to get started with embroidery. So people who want to do lettering, let's show some of the different types of lettering that we have. And we're also going to do small lettering right now. So we can go ahead and you can see the definition. Also. So let's start with the, we have a design already. That's one has been pre-digitized, very, very small lettering. Yeah. And we're going to do it through the panel. And we're going to go ahead and set it up. Let me go ahead and just get rid of this one.
All right, we're going to go over the panel again so you guys can see how easy it is. There's 4 steps. In the first step, then it gives you different pages. It loads the design and the design information. In this case, we have technology. We select it. Then we go to step number 2. Step number 2, confirm it. And then it automatically, right now we have, we can select the different needles. We're going to do it on needle
12.
12, okay, let's do, which is great. So yeah, it the contracts with the red background. And then we can move it around. We can select, that's the hoop size. And you guys can, hopefully you guys can see it. We can move it anywhere. So we're gonna set the design there. We can do also a trace. As you can see, the machine is very easy to use. And then step number 4, we're basically ready to stitch. So the machine will move to needle number 12. It'll move to the position that we've selected. And this is a small lettering, so
Very, very fine lettering.
very fine lettering. So this one is not threaded, Francisco, so we need to thread it.
Let's change it to 11 then.
Yeah.
Let's go for the,
to 11.
Wait, let me just make sure. Wait. Let me just make sure.
Is that
It is 11 is threaded.
okay?
Yeah, let's change
Let's
it to
go.
11.
No, it goes back to. I want to switch it back to.
Yeah.
Go ahead, switch it back to 11.
Mm-hmm.
Can you switch it back to 11? Needle 11, please.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna have the technician. As you can see, it's a brand new panel, so need to learn it better. Okay, number 11. Start it. There it is. And one of the beautiful things about the panel, also like Francisco had mentioned, is that we can go ahead and we can do the setup for the next designs. So we can do letters. This machine comes with, let's see, it comes with, I believe, 29 different fonts. It also comes with different sizes on the fonts. So you can select it, you can just punch it in.
Mm-hmm.
And we can edit designs, like Francisco said. Did you do the combined design?
We did the combination of designs.
Yeah, we can do
already.
the combination. And when it comes to also for the first part of the live that we did the picture embroidery. But you can also import a like a photograph, someone's photograph, and the machine will do a 4-color digitizing for you. So we have that option also included on this panel. So that's one of the features that comes. And you can also, this is a very advanced feature, which is edit designs. You can edit the stitches. You can edit the type of stitch. That's all comes with the machine. And also it has the graffiti, which is the like the doodle, where you can with your hand select it, and the machine will automatically switch it into stitches like that.
Excellent.
Okay?
Excellent.
Excellent.
Well, we're about ready to get
Yeah.
things wrapped up here.
Yeah.
If you have any questions, please let us know. For people who want to drop by to the showroom, please call us 800-675-2704. If you haven't visited our webpage, it's embroiderymachinesusa.com. And that way we can drop by the showroom, take a look at the machines. If you're in Southern California, I mean, we're here Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. If you're in Texas and want to schedule a demo, please call us. We can do an online demo for you. We also have a location in with one of our good customers in Houston, where you can go and see some of our machine models for demos. So let us know what you think, and we hope to hear from you very soon. Let me go ahead and just say goodbye to everyone, and thank you so much. Let me just step over here just to say oh, all right, here we go. Okay. Well, thank you everyone for tuning in today from the team here at Embroidery Machines USA. We have Dania, we have Aline, we have Ale, we have Carlos, we have Albert. Thank you so much. And Eric also, who's doing a couple of installs today. Thank you so much. We'll see you on the next stream or here at the showroom, right? Take care.